Hello everyone, it's Pastor Carl Brewer again with you, and you're watching Metro Morning Manna. All this week our church has been engaged in a 10-day Daniel fast, a very powerful time in our church's life, and rather than look at one particular story, we've been studying various promises that God gives us on how to grow closer to Him spiritually. And so today's promise or today's word comes from 1 John chapter 1, verses 8 and 9. And it says, "If we claim to be without sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us. If we confess our sin, He is faithful and just and will forgive us our sin and purify us from all unrighteousness." God makes it very clear that our God's forgiveness is dependent on our confession. In other words, God is saying, don't cover up what you've done, but fess up to what you've done. That's all it means to confess. Fess up. Tell the truth. God says, if you say you haven't sinned, then you're a liar. You know, it's kind of a funny thing that sometimes we try to cover things up with God, even though God knows everything, even our very thoughts. And God is saying there's no need to try to fake it or hide it or cover it up. If you want to get right with me, then as a believer, come clean. If we're honest with God and honest with each other, if we live a life of transparency instead of living a life where we cover up and try to look good and sound good so others are impressed, God is not impressed with that. God says, be honest. Just tell the truth. And if you're willing to be honest and to fess up to mistakes that you've made, I'm willing to forgive you. God is always willing to forgive. But the question is, are we willing to fess up instead of trying to cover up? I encourage you to live a life of honesty. Fess up to God, and God is faithful. He will forgive you. God bless you.